The International Chelsea Flower Show in the United Kingdom is a very prestigious event and also a head turner as well for Thailand because NONGNUCH Pattaya is our representative and each year they've been bringing back the gold medal home. Now, one very interested person who has attended this event every year is the Queen Elizabeth II, and they say that she doesn't really go and visit each of the country's booth every year, but for Thailand, the last 6 years, she's been 4 times.
Yes, we were lucky because, the organizer make her try to see as many exhibits differently each year as they can. But each time, sometimes she came because she saw our exhibit, but it wasn't on her route. So we were lucky at that. And this year especially, she came to visit our booth, thanking us for sending the flower to her palace every year, giving her reason that we're here. And these are the flowers we show at our exhibit in the Chelsea Flower Show. And we present her with those flowers for her to decorate in the palace herself.
Does she comment about the designs each year and what are her thoughts on them?
She don't say much, but she usually said it's beautiful. And this year she liked we have one of the goblet that we're going to give it to her. She said, "Where do you put it?" So we show her. We put it over there in the front. Yes.
How about the feedback from the visitors that come to visit your booth as well? What did they say about your booth?
Well, they always said we always like your booth. We know it will be very colorful, and each time it look different, and it represents really Thailand. That's mostly what we get from their remarks.
Now, usually in all competitions, judges have to be very fair. So in terms of your location, you don't get to choose where you're located inside the pavilion. But I hear that every time someone finds out that they're next to you, they're actually quite glad.
Well, each year we have prepared our design and the size we want, and they put us where they think it's best for us. Usually they look at the big picture. If they have a lot of big exhibits, they probably don't group them all together. They try to spread them out. Sometimes we get the corner that is not that popular, so that people can go around. And we, like you said, we are the pool of the show.
Now, are there any challenges about doing each design because you're overseas and the flowers are from Thailand? So in terms of logistics and trying to get everything to the United Kingdom and setting it up, what are some of the challenges that you have to face?
Well, it's kind of difficult for us. We send our architecture feature by boat, 1.5 months ahead of time. So they're ready there 2 weeks before the show. And the flower we send right when we come in, which is about from cut to the first day show, it takes about 7 to 8 days. We have to get it all done, and then it will last another week. So the flower will have to last over 2 weeks. Luckily, this is the first event in spring, so the weather is still permissible. But some years it's really cold. We have to have the cloth to cover it to prevent the frost. But that's the difficult part. We have to take that into consideration.
So what actually happens after the show? Because the gorgeous flowers, do you actually end up throwing them away?
Usually people sell their product after the show. People come in, they sell for little money. But for us, we keep away all our flowers that people line up. We just keep those that still usable. They'll take it home. But all the architectural features, like this year, it's about Buddhism. We gave part of it to the Buddhist temple in Scotland, and then another part to the embassy, and then some part that we don't need, we we just destroy them. We have to clear the place and side off, so we'll be able to come back next year. That we have to do.
What about the awards? Now, you've won 6 awards so far from the International Chelsea Flower Show. What do you do with the awards? Do you have them in a cabinet closed off, or do the people here at NONGNUCH Pattaya, the visitors, do they get to see the award as well?
Well, we have poster in NONGNUCH of what happened, and the award we kept them in cabinet. Yes, it framed them up. We are proud of that, and the proudest thing is this: we become accustomed to them, that we are part of the Chelsea. They expect us to be there, and people expect to see us there, and we are in with the crowd, like you said. It will be good for Thailand that we were able to be there every year, and this is Thailand.
Do they usually choose one representative from each country, or are there actually multiple different groups from Thailand that compete?
From Thailand, it's only us, but not every country go there. Mostly the Commonwealth country, and I think only the country that see the importance of the show, then they go there. And then, like this year, Singapore go there. They did the border thing. They have an exhibit outside in the open with the tropical plant, and the weather is not permissible, but they did that, and that's something that people want to see, something different.
So also, I'm curious about other awards, because NONGNUCH Pattaya Garden has been named as one of the top places to visit. It's also one of the best gardens, the most beautiful gardens. And on top of the awards that you win in the UK, have you won any other awards outside of that as well?
I don't go to many competitions outside. What we did last year was we went to Qingdao to do the Thai pavilion for the International Horticulture Show in Qingdao, China. I built that exhibit, based on culture again, and we were lucky to be voted the most popular show in that area also.
Do you think a lot of people have actually traveled to Thailand because they've seen your designs over in the United Kingdom?
That I am not sure, but I do know that they know more about Thailand through what we are doing, and it's like we don't go there and advertise. We kind of go in with the crowd and tell them we are here. I think that that kind of impact is more long-lasting than just go there and advertise Thailand.
Now, for me personally, I feel like Thais in general do not really grow that many plants, so they don't take that much time to invest in creating a very beautiful garden. Do you think that there is a trend, now that you've attended the flower show and you've shown people how orchids can be used, that more people are starting to be interested in growing plants themselves?
I think that's what the show is all about. They want people to go there to see new plant, want to be interested in it, and for us to show them how we can arrange orchid the way we are, and they become more interested in doing it in their house. That's what the judge told me. They said, they're interested in our way of doing flower arrangement, so there'll be a different choice and not just the European way.
I'm very interested to find out about the Tourism Authority of Thailand. Now, they've given you an award as well for your work and also your designs, as well as here for NONGNUCH Pattaya. Can you explain to me more about the award that they gave you?
Well, this year Tourism Authority of Thailand gave me an award. I think just a week ago, thanking us for being there in the show, and I'm very happy because we are doing this for our country, and at least our country recognize what we are trying to do.
Speaking of recognition, you show me this book. It's actually a book that has details about the Chelsea Flower Show. And right here, you might be able to see is a picture of your booth from
Yes.
2015. And the book itself, can you tell me more about this particular book? So it's not a Thai magazine.
Yes, it's the RSS, which is the main magazine for the people member of England, and we were happy to be there because it's like we are part of them now. Now they even recognize us and they said it's our bold design and we are a head turner. This is something that I'm very proud to be that. Yes.
Now, as you mentioned before privately that with Thailand's design, it's very different from all the other designs because you use a lot of color and you use orchids on Thai plants. But in comparison to your other competitors, they use a lot of green, and green isn't very striking. Is that correct?
You see, a lot of green is like this. English people like nature. So they go for more nature kind of thing, but they like flower also. So they combine both together. But for us, it's just flower, so it's totally different. And many of the exhibits, they represent each family of plant, so people can see the variety, and they can use that in their garden or in their household. So it's kind of like a flower show of each family, and garden show of how they design differently by each artist each year, so people can go there and learn. In fact, many of the parts here in NONGNUCH was because of the Chelsea influence. The pottery garden that you see, that curve, it come from Chelsea. I saw one curve in Chelsea, I said, that's beautiful. So I came back and I make 50 curves.
So you draw inspiration from what other people have brought to this show, and you've thought, oh, well, why don't we do that at our gardens here? And so you've created a different zone based on what you've seen.
Yes, we're trading idea. See, this is the place where you can do that. And this is also, we are telling them about Thailand. We're telling them about the way we do things, and that's the, I call it a long-lasting way of doing things.
Well, I'd like to thank you very much for sharing this information with me, and also congratulations on your recent win at the Chelsea show, and I hope that next year you win again. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
I hope so
ขอบคุณค่ะ
too. Thank you.
If you've never been to NONGNUCH Pattaya, then you are certainly missing out. If you happen to be dropping by in the area, don't forget to come and visit and bring the entire family, because it's very easy to surround yourself in this beautiful environment. As for what the team has in store for us next year, I can't wait to see the designs, and fingers crossed they win again. Until next time, I'm Katie Silit Singh, and I'll see you again on Be My Guest. สวัสดีค่ะ